Okay. I just had to jump right in because I was afraid if I didn't just go ahead and say what I have to say, I would probably try to put it into an outline and reshape it and do something different with it. I'm not sweating because I'm anxious. That's different. All right. I need you to watch this whole video. I'm not sure exactly how long it's going to be, but if you care about me, if you care about what I'm doing, if you care about humanity, just bear with me. And if it sucks and it wasn't worth your time, I'll give you the time back. But I truly believe that it will be. A lot of people don't know what I'm doing. And I don't know a lot about what I'm doing. And it's going to take a long time to be able to see the results of what it is that I'm working on and the impact that I'm trying to make. I have been putting stuff out in trying to kind of tease into where I know that I need to go as a person. And the baseline for everything that I'm doing and that I want to do and that I'll continue to do in the future has to do with building a happier, healthier, more regenerative humanity, period. And I get that it's like, oh, okay, well, that's nice. How are you going to do that? Man, there's so many pieces, and my character and natural disposition is to take me down all of the rabbit holes to 100 out of 100. But know that we're moving closer. Where am I going with that? Happiness starts with each person. For me, it has to start with me. And I truly believe that how we build a happier, healthier, more regenerative humanity is through authenticity and acceptance. And that means being all of the versions of yourself for where you are in your process. And every person is so many different versions. And each of those versions change over time. Yet we label ourselves, or we expect ourselves to be a particular type of way in different arenas, or we look at other people with a snapshot into one piece of who they are at a particular point in time, and then that's them. That's so offensive. I mean, I think about myself, and like, there's like a philosophical side. There's a really stupid side. There's a caring, compassionate, philanthropic side. There's like an analytical business, I will murder a spreadsheet side. There's a creative side. I love to bake. I like to bake. Do you know what I mean? If you don't, you should try it because it's really, really therapeutic. What? I like to cuddle, man. Like if you're not cuddling, check it out. It's some good shit, right? But that doesn't mean that, well, Dalton's a cuddler. I don't even know what that means. Where am I going? I'm getting off on a tangent. I think I just really wanted to tell you that I like to cuddle because it's great. What was the second bit? The acceptance side. Like, it's nobody's fault that they're in the position that they're in. And we tend to not accept other people for who they are and where they are and all of the stuff that's going on in their life. And then it creates this cycle of, oh, well, we're not accepting them. They aren't accepting us. We can't be our authentic selves. They can't be their authentic selves. And then you end up where we are, which is really just a hot bag of dicks. I mean, it's like, we're better than this. Like, some people might not believe in people. I believe in people. Like, I believe in being kind and caring and considerate. And I believe the baseline of humanity are all of those things. And that where our attention and our priorities and our preferences have moved us away from that in such a gross fashion. We weren't always the most advanced species on the planet, right? Well, if we don't stop whatever it is that we're doing, we also won't continue to be, because there's something better than this. Like I just, on my way home, I passed a homeless guy, and as I tend to do, I see if I have any dollars, and I gave it to him, and I told him it would get better. How in the fuck can a homeless person who's trying to figure out how to eat take that possibly from somebody who's driving home in a luxury SUV and he says, it'll get better, bro? Duh. I have a $500 assistant on my wrist, as so many of us do, that will tell us jokes if we want it to. And there are single parents out there with kids trying to figure out how they're going to feed them this week. Like, we are better than this. I am better than this. Like, I'm sad and I'm hurt and I'm angry, but I'm also motivated. Like, this isn't a today thing, right? Like, I've spent the last like 3 to 4 years really intensely working on me and finding new layers of self and trying to come to terms with shit I didn't even know about me and whole new pieces. And, you know, one day when you wake up and you go, oh my God, I just believe what I've been told to believe. Well, then you got to go start figuring out for yourself all the things that you might believe for yourself. And that's a forever process. But this is what I think about. This is where I want to put my energy and my time and my focus, and however long I have here in whatever this life is, I want to leave something behind that at least helps nudge the direction to something better. And we overcomplicate things, we blame things, we project it onto other things that are outside of our control. The reality is, if all people cared about other people, and my argument is at the beginning we do, then we're good. We solve these problems. But we have isolation. There's so many people that feel lonely, that feel unseen, unheard, unaccepted, when there are so many other people out there that could connect with that. Where, like, we have technology now, we have the resources. It's not a lack of resources, it's a lack of creativity and a lack of caring and a lack of putting that as a priority. We have the inequality gap. There are estimated over $100 trillion worth of wealth in the US. Depending on what statistics you look at, there's either 2.6 people per household, or for the average person, it's 3.4 or something. And that's confusing. We're not going to get into that. But let's just say you take the average and say there's around 3. That's $1 million of wealth per household. And you got, like 40% of people living under the poverty line or something? That is a made up statistic, but it's a lot of fucking people. And we don't need it. Like, we don't need, why do we need so much money? We just get in this wheel. I'm getting off on a tangent. The point is, the problems that we have, we created for ourselves. And we can create the solutions to those. And all the answers aren't going to be immediate, and we're not going to be able to fix everything over time. I mean, in such a short period of time, but we can start moving that direction over time. But it starts with people that do care. Just meeting yourself where you are, of course, but not asking permission to do things that need to be done, and that help make a positive impact. And I'm so not perfect. Like, I'm never going to be perfect. Nobody is, but we can continuously strive to build better. We can be kind and caring and humble. We can own ourselves. We can be responsible for ourselves. We can continue to grow. We can continue to discover ourselves. There's so much within our control that just, don't even look at anything specific. Just ask the question of like, how's the world doing right now? What's up? Pandemic, civil unrest, really globally, global warming. I got specific. I said don't get specific. See, not perfect. That's what I'm talking about. And I don't have all of the answers. But what I do have is a relentless commitment to try to build better. And what I'm doing isn't going to make a lot of sense for a while. And in the beginning, it's going to look like it's focused on me. It's going to look like it's focused on building my own personal brand. But for anybody that cares, that is then going to tier into building community. And that community is going to tier into building better services and offerings that invite people in different ways to more connection, inequality, and regeneration, which I left off as the third thing earlier. But we're degrading everything. Jesus. Okay, let me get myself together. I cannot promise anybody what I'm doing is going to look like or where we'll end up. But what I can do is I can promise that I'm not going to give up on people. I'm just not going to do it. And anything that I have that I can put into building better, I'm going to do that. And I know that it starts with me. And it starts with being truly authentic and being all the versions of myself in public. It starts with accepting everybody else for wherever they are in their process. And then maybe we get somewhere better than this. And it's not to make it all negative either. Nobody needs that. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Everybody is doing the best that they can. There's so much positive. There's so much to be thankful for and appreciate, right? But coming back to all the versions, great. Well, I'm not there. I can't just be kind all the time. Even though I know I should be, I'm trying. I'll do better in the future, I'm sure. I don't know how to wrap this thing up. The truth is I genuinely believe that I can help change the world. And I believe that if you believe that of self, then you have a responsibility to do so. And if not, that's okay too. And I mean that sincerely. Just meet yourself wherever you are in this thing called life and be kind. And let's just try to do better. Okay. Oh, geez. Sincerely, I appreciate everybody that pays attention to anything that I'm doing and supports in any type of way. If this matters to you, and I don't mean as like, oh, let me convince people or manipulate them into sharing my shit. No, but if you feel like somebody else would appreciate this, please share it with them. If you liked it, like whatever platform it's on, or subscribe if you want to see stuff that's coming in the future. It's gonna be all types of sideways for a while. Have a conversation, whether it's in the comments or asynchronously or whatever it is. I in my own network know so many talented, capable, resource-rich, able, wanting, and willing people that can make a contribution. And we're going to do it. That's it. We are going to do it. And it's not always going to look pretty, and it's not always going to make any sense. But that's where we're at, and I appreciate you so much for watching this video and for being somebody that cares in whatever it looks like in the future. So thank you.